The portal is closing. Once it's shut, the war ends, and balance returns to the world.
We did it!
Oh, it's really time to say goodbye.
This was a wonderful journey. Thank you for letting us share it with you.
No. Thank you, Marth. I'm so sad to see you go. But it's time to stand tall and say goodbye. Thank you for keeping your promise. You really were my ally, my friend, through it all. I just hope I'll be strong enough for whatever lies ahead.
You will be. You're already much stronger than 1,000 years ago, or the day you awakened. I know you'll carry on the Emblem's legacy, and your mother's. We will not be here to help you anymore. Now, it's your turn to help others. As the Divine Dragon, and as an emblem.
I will.
You're not doing this alone. We'll be there to support you, brother.
We can't replace Marth and the others, but we'll do what we can.
Yes. Please, don't worry. It's no good. Here come the tears.
I wish we didn't have to lose you.
We were just getting to know you, and now... goodbye forever?
Please do not cry.
But...
This world's burdens are yours to shoulder. Meet them proudly. You should not always hold back tears. But please, for now, try to.
I agree. I'd like for us to part with smiles on our faces. That's how I want us to remember each other. In joy, not sorrow.
Me too.
It seems this is goodbye. But we'll never bid farewell to what we learned together.
Goodbye, Byleth. Please be sure to tell Lycidia thanks for letting you borrow Thyrsus.
I'll miss you, but I know you'll choose the right paths to walk.
And I know you will always choose the right faces to touch.
We'll always be together in spirit, no matter the distance. Build a bright future.
If it weren't for you, we never would have made it this far. Thank you.
Don't worry. I can see that your lives will be filled with hope and happiness.
Congratulations on your sacrifice skills massively improving. They sure served us well.
Go out and create a better world. I know you can. I know you will.
And I'm sure Ike will still be fighting against some of these other fellow emblems in Smash Bros. For the foreseeable future.
I will be praying for you. Praying that your world is filled with kindness and laughter.
Yeah, you'd better get on that whole reconstructing grotto from that earthquake thing that happened in your epilogue.
Wherever you go, may the blessings of Mother Earth and Father Sky follow.
If we ever see you again, I really hope it's with Mulagear. It's so strange that was not in your original game.
I'm glad to have known you. I hope you make an Arcadia of this land.
And that will completely go over the heads of anybody who hasn't played the Elite games. But yeah, I'm really hoping we get to see Roy someday and his character actually shines through, because it is surprisingly good.
If your nations band together, there is no hardship you cannot overcome.
Leaf, I get the feeling we'll be seeing each other fairly soon. I really need to get back to Thracia. It's influenced so much.
Know love as well as grief. Honor your bonds. Carry the light. And nothing will be impossible.
That could easily be a sales pitch for Fire Emblem 4 in its own right. One way or another, I'm sure we'll see Sigurd again. Still fingers crossed for a remake.
Lead with compassion, Divine One, and may your happiness be eternal.
With how you did here, I'm sure that's redeemed the fanbase's reception of you, maybe. But tell Alm that we say hi, because a lot of people are upset he wasn't invited as an emblem.
This is the moment.
So it is.
Thank you. You are a member of our family. The emblem who connects us all.
A way of Marth saying that Aaliyah has definitely earned their protagonist cred by now.
If ever we cross paths again, no, when we cross paths again, I hope that you will remember us. We who existed together for this time. The 13 emblems.
Of course I'll remember you. Everything about you. And all the times we shared. Even when we're apart, we'll always be connected. Thank you for standing with me. Until the very end. Goodbye, emblems. My family. You gave me courage, strength, and inspiration. I will follow your example. Always. I promise. Let's go back home, everyone. Back to Helios.
The planet as cool and red and blue as me. And yes, here we go, we get epic rendition of the Fire Emblem theme alongside our results. And yeah, you might notice the time taken for a lot of the early chapters is going to be pretty short. I mean, it's going to be different to the actual video length because this doesn't include cutscenes or anything like that. But this is one thing that I really like about Engage. Most of the early chapters are pretty breezy. Like, I can get through like the first 7 chapters in a single play session sometimes, and yeah, I often do that. But look, we've got Clan. Okay, our Land in Bloom took longer. Retaking the castle, oh yeah, that definitely took longer. But only 10 more minutes than the last one, despite being a few turns. Wow, Clan did get a lot of MVPs early on, holy, I kinda underestimated this, but yeah, thinking back, he did do pretty well. I mean, a lot of early enemies do have fairly low resistance, but yeah. Stolen Ring, that was surprisingly shorter than I would have expected. Mysterious Merchant was also quite short. Marth got a string of MVPs there. Louis and Sigurd. Yeah, I actually really ended up liking Yunaka with Sigurd in the end. This just goes to show that you do want to switch emblems around. Wow, Lapis got MVP there without an emblem. That's impressive. And first of Amber's many MVPs, but that was back when he was cavalry. Still haven't cracked an hour on a chapter. Oh wow, barely didn't crack an hour on that one. So which will be the first chapter to crack an hour? Well, usually it turns out to be one of the paralogs, but yeah. Yep, that was the... I love that moment, like getting to promote Clan on the prep screen. The Sentinels, 13 minutes, yep. But yeah, Clan getting a horse out of nowhere then. Exile, only 14 minutes. Oh, Heroes of the Oasis still do not crack an hour. Okay then. Radiant Hero, probably no, actually, not actually that much shorter. MVP Clan, too. Also, Ivy got an MVP. Yeah, Ivy actually did do a lot of, like, combat in Chapter 13. Okay, Battle for Solm was the first one to crack the hour mark. Interesting. But also, this is going to be the first of many Amber and Ike MVPs. Yep, Amber and Ike, Amber and Ike, Amber and Ike. And we're going to get it for, a fourth one? Yep, it's Amber and Ike. The real question is, when is 3 going to be, bro? I am so surprised Seashore Travels only took me 55 minutes. In my first playthrough, that and Erica's Paralogue were the ones that took me the longest. The Instructor... okay, a little longer than I expected, but a little shorter than the Crux of Fate. And the streak has not been broken yet. And it was broken by Yunaka, of all people. Yeah, she did kill a lot of generic enemies. Yeah, 1 hour, 32 minutes for Serenity and Ruin. Cold Void's a little less, and Amber and Ike retakes the throne. Okay, there's the Azure Twin, and that was less than an hour. It definitely took over an hour on my first run. Dead Town, wow, 41 minutes and 4 turns. Yeah, that's a pretty big minutes to turns ratio there. That chapter can be a pain. Holy Knight, once again, this just doesn't get control. Like, so this would be Panette and Ike if I was using that combo. Oh, hey, Anna got an oh yeah, because she killed a lot of Wyverns, obviously. Also without an emblem there. Oh, hey, and Louis got MVP that time. Probably because he just unlocked Erica's Corrupted Effectiveness. Only 43 minutes that one, too. Yeah, Sage Lord took quite a while. Oh, hey, Yunaka and Sigurd got a double MVP streak. Fell on the Divine. Oh, hey, Jean and Byleth, nice. That one took longer than the return. That's sort of surprising, but I guess it's because I let too many reinforcements come. Yeah, Dawn Maiden, I just cheesed that, obviously. Caring Princess, you kind of have to cheese that one because Celica cheeses it for you by warping in. The Four Hounds, that one's probably going to take 1 hour and 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, well, those cutscenes definitely amounted to a lot because the raw footage of that was like almost an hour, 50 minutes. Lapis and Roy Recollections, yeah, that one was longer than I expected it to be. That was the first Lapis and Roy MVP too. Clan and Corin, yeah, that one took faster than I thought. But yeah, Final Guardian definitely took a while. Next was the Connector, which I liked to do earlier, but I kind of wanted to do it when I did, and yeah, that was actually fairly short, 1 minute more than the Marth one. And now, how long did the last Engage take? Only a little longer than the second to last one. Okay. Oh, also Lapis and Roy. It normally doesn't tell you who the MVP was of that one until now. So, yeah, all in all, I don't think I actually took much more than, like... I was only into, like, the early teens when it came to turn counts. I don't think I ever took, like, 20 turns or so on any chapter. Alright, yeah, here we go. I like how it lists most used emblem here. Oh, Aaliyah had a 66% win ratio exactly. So, I will be showing Vale's solo ending, because I do actually think it's better than her paired ending. It's kind of a thing, like, a lot of the paired endings here are just sort of a mishmash of Aaliyah's and then one other kind of generic one for the other character. The solo endings in this game are actually quite elaborate. It's sort of interesting. A lot of people don't like the fact that, this game has no paired endings outside of Aaliyah, but these, in my opinion, are some of the best solo endings in any game in the series. Like, I really love these solo endings. Sadly, anything's not promoted, but she didn't have 100% battles to wins ratios, that's impressive. Okay, so yeah, Shin. It almost feels like I probably should have used her alongside Clan, but I never planned on using Clan, that was a happy accident. Also, prepare to be depressed at this one. Yeah. Now, this is one case where the paired ending with Aaliyah is better, because he actually does survive in the paired ending with Aaliyah, but it's the only way to save him. I also love how we're getting a medley of all the things, like we're going into the Firene theme here. Huh, you had a 70? Yeah, that's a 66% win ratio. But it kind of makes sense since most of your battles were against flyers that you would one-shot. I still like that. I do quite enjoy the design of the early characters. Boucheron's Passage. So made so as not to let anyone get lost in it. I usually use Saline a lot more, but Clan just went insane in this run. But yeah, so hopefully Saline doesn't go off the deep end. I almost wonder if there was like a sequel to this game, if Firene under Saline could be an antagonistic country. It's entirely possible. Kind of interesting. Louise kind of prefers to be alone. Though a lot of people like Chloe. I had a bad first impression of her support with Aaliyah, but she's a pretty decent character. So this one's kind of interesting. It doesn't specify the gender of the person she fell in love with. And transitioning to the Brodia theme, which is really cool. Ordering a halt to all invasions. No, we're not going to do this anymore. But yeah, Brodia definitely has potential for a trade-focused economy. Okay, wow, yeah. That's probably a pretty high percentage for Amber. He's still got that killer axe. All confounding scholars, that's great. Oh, I wish I really want to use Jade in some run. It's the one time I tried, it was maddening, and maddening is not kind to generals. 100 humor, yeah, so Jade's favorite genre to write is humor. You might not know that from looking at her, but you'll find that out in supports. Oh wow, you also got the same win ratio as Etier. That's kind of cool. Actually, also slightly disappointing, but still. Hell, Lapis had less battles than I thought, but she's got a pretty good ratio of battles to wins. Also, yeah, she goes down in history as the Potato Goddess. I still love the Brodia songs. Oh, ouch, 3 battles, no wins. Yeah, one day I want to use Lyn with Citrine. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. And, yeah, she reforms Brodia's nobility system kind of like Sylvain does in 3 Houses. Yeah, I could have... Ivy just was sort of stuck being more of a support role, but she still did very well in that role. Legacy and Judy even after Aaliyah had passed on. Wow, that would be a really long time. Rip Zelkov. If I wasn't using Yunaka, I would use Zelkov. He's one of the few characters I've never used before, and I really want to someday. Meaningful way. Yeah, Zelkov's pretty great, actually. Oh no, Kagetsu suffered from the Mystery of the Emblem curse. Seriously, so many characters in Mystery of the Emblem disappear and are never seen again. It's really depressing. And, Hortensia, I was actually planning on using you, but then Clan became amazing. So yeah, she was definitely a consideration for the team, but I don't know, like, her supports aren't actually that great. It's really her role in the main story that's good. Wow, that's actually a really good battle to win ratio for someone I barely used. Oh, yep, I have to adjust that again. I hate how it does that. There should be some way for the Switch to recognize that it's not in a cutscene. Also, yes, he's an artist. Almost forgot that at one point. Teaching, okay, so Goldberry became the next Byleth. Apologize to the class for the pressure placed on them, wow. Okay, Tamara was reasonably close to like the 75% mark. That's actually not horrible. Became the most beloved queen in Solm's history. But that kind of makes it imply that the whole country went really downhill after her reign. Huh, I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, because she was originally going to be a noble, and then she went and became a knight. I remember that now. Also subdue an enemy with a single blow. Yes, this is very much Panette if you use her. Like, think Amber in my, in this playthrough, but better. That's basically what happens with Panette if you train her. Behind the scenes is her advisor. Okay, interesting. Met someone during his travels and they spent the rest of their lives together. Again, it doesn't specify the gender, and I feel like his S support with Aaliyah might be romantic. He certainly acts romantic. This is not a good, a typical win to battles ratio for Pandreo, by the way. Oh, yeah, worshipping all dragons. That's actually really cool. Even mentions Vander, but yeah, that's kind of like Noma in Echoes, uniting the faiths of Mila and Duma. Well, hopefully he didn't go around tasting people. But anyway, Anna, yeah, has that radiant bow. All with the same name and face. Rings came into fashion. Yep! Anna probably had enough money to build her own kingdom. Also, wow, his battles to win ratio was actually pretty high, though I was very, that's kind of a sign that I was very selective about who I had in fight. Unusual words, yes, they introduced Zappy and Higher Papaya into the vernacular. But this isn't quite why I think her support with Seedol is canon, we'll see that. Okay, Seedol is part of the unaffiliated characters section, even though he's technically Solm. I mean, so you got Jean as Firine, Anna is Elugia, Yunaka is Brodia, and he's Solm. So we've got kind of unaffiliated characters associated with every country. Also, yeah, Rip Linden, his ending mentions that he died. Oh, this is actually a really great take on the theme, too. Yeah, that's interesting. I think it is implied that she and Morian were kind of close. Also, Morphea's ending is pretty depressing too. Some people just say that he died because someone took revenge. Now, normally Veil's ending would be there, and it's kind of cool if the song even adjusts to the timing. But I'll show that now. And now, a vocal song. With some really great artwork. That could easily be a legendary Aaliyah. I do have to give the character artist Mika credit, because she got a lot of flack, but I do think these are actually really great character designs overall.
Promises were made to you on the fields of your awakening, unaware that this would be the start of your story. Images come back to you and flicker in your memory. You prayed for strength to carry on. I heard you calling out to me. So, even though it may be easier to run from the fighting, what you sought all along was the strength to free your soul from this dark night of sorrow. You can seize your dreams, distant though they seem, like the wind that sweeps across the plains. You can rise up and begin again. May your wish come true. We can see this through. Just show me your brightest smile to restore the light of morning sky. Promises you made to me as you gazed into my eyes of blue, hoping that our paths would cross once again. On that day when all was lost, I remember what you said to me, that the past, our wounds and all the pain would be healed by the break of dawn. So long ago, you always stood beside and put your faith in me. I was scared and alone until we forged a bond together that would last forever. Gather up your teach me to care when all I love is lost and gone up in smoke. And I can't hold back these burning tears. Who will be the light in this endless night? Bonds of fire connect us, the provides protects us. Feel the warmth, the precious memories, the promises you kept to me. Bonds of hope unite us, shining on to guide us. The story that you left behind will be told until the end of time.
Just saw the voice directors there. Definitely did a great job. The voice acting in this game is great. Also noticed they credited Aaliyah by their Japanese name of, like, Lear, with the Japanese voices. And, yeah, this has led to a bit of speculation. Why is there a small child who looks a lot like Marnie? I don't know if that's some kind of reincarnation, or Marnie secretly had a sibling. There's a few ways you could interpret that. But yes, this ending image is incredible. Although, I've noticed that Celica in that looks like Dorothea.
Today's the day of my coronation. Today, I'll be crowned the Divine Dragon King. I had hoped that all of you would be standing by my side for the occasion. But I guess not.
Shine on! Emblem of beginnings!
Worth a try. I wonder if we'll ever meet again.
Aha! I knew we'd find you in here.
We must have looked everywhere.
Everyone.
The coronation is going to start any minute now.
All right, time to get changed, unless you're wearing that.
Yeah, I guess I should, huh? Huh?
Oh, hurry up! Come on!
Oh, okay! I'm coming!
Someday, in the future, our paths may cross once more. Our bonds can be reforged time and again. Whenever you desire, you need only say the word.
Engage!
And on that, we get an opportunity to save. And yes, it is actually important that you make a save file after you beat the game. Your army will be as it was before Chapter 26, but there will be a record that you cleared it. This will get you some additional items when you reload your file, and I will be covering that in the next part. But none of your level ups or any item uses from the final battle will carry over. You'll also get this Divine Dragon mark. Oh, why not? Let's watch this opening again. And yeah, there is a different variation of this with the female Lilia. Seeing that opening again just reminds me of how I felt when I booted up this game for the first time.
Fire Emblem, engage!
I was just hyped to see what this had in store, and I ended up very impressed by the game itself. And really, at this point, I think the time is done to be comparing it to other entries. We should let this stand alone. And on its own, it may not be the best Fire Emblem game, but I would call it the best Fire Emblem game. And I was thinking lately, well, after watching a video by Overlay Sarcastic Productions that kind of put this terminology in my head, they were talking about movies that they felt were like bad with good bits, and I feel like Engage's story, I can sum up my thoughts as the reverse. Good with the occasional bad bit in it. But we aren't done with this game, because we still have the downloadable content to cover. That is, 6 more chapters, each with an entirely new emblem to go over, and also a 7th DLC emblem that for some reason doesn't have its own chapter, and then 6 more chapters with their own new stories set in an alternate version of Elios where things took a very different turn. The Fell Xenologue. So, look forward to all of that next time on Fire Emblem Engage!
Let us be on our way. Once more, engage.
Hey, Runen, what is it? I don't know. I could have sworn I heard somebody calling my name. That's probably just my imagination.